everyone, welcome to Bickering Book Reviews. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Becky.
And today we're talking about Harbor Me
by Jacqueline Woodson.
I know the title of the book, I just can't get it out of my mouth. Anyway, so we're talking about Harbor Me by Jacqueline Woodson. I got it from Edelweiss, and also it was one of the selected books at BEA for middle grade. Was it middle grade or like children's? I can't remember like what it encompassed.
So I think I got it at the Children's Authors Breakfast because she was the
keynote
speaker.
Actually, it was that. You're right.
Then because we got to see her speak, and she's a very impressive lady.
She is an impressive lady.
And then I got it. I downloaded it from Edelweiss to put it on my Kindle.
Right, and I did too. But I did that before we got the ARC, so the physical ARC.
Oh.
So I did my job this time. I was right. I was good. I was all good. Okay, let me give you a quick rundown of what this book's about. So basically, 6 students are tapped for being kind of special, or they learn differently, and so they're kind of pulled out and put in the same class, so it's just 6 students to 1 teacher, and then they can really kind of like learn at their own pace. And in this program, where it's kind of a small collective group, they're given the opportunity at the end of every Friday. They're given like an hour to kind of just hang out in this room. They can talk about whatever they want. There are no adults in the room. And they just kind of build their relationships that way. And it's through these art sessions, or this, time to talk sessions, that they kind of learn that some people in there are dealing with their parents getting deported. Another person has a parent in jail. Another person, lost her mother when she was really young, and she's being raised by her uncle. And so just a lot of the different struggles that they're all going through that they can connect to and kind of see each other in and through. So it's really sweet. It's very much a tween version of Nikki Grimes' Bronx Masquerade, which I think delves into different characters that are in similar situations. It's just what it would look like if it had happened years before.
So I haven't read that book, but I probably should.
It's really good, and she just recently came out with the second book in that series.
Nice. So I did like this book, and I liked this book for a very simple reason. I think that this book was very easily able to present ideas to a younger audience that they might not normally be presented to. And I feel like, without talking down to them, and the big one that I think about is the girl whose father was African American. No, her father was Caucasian, her mother was African American, and her father ends up in prison. And she's being raised by her Caucasian uncle. And there's all of these things going on in her life. So she's dealing with her father in prison. She's dealing with the fact that her uncle doesn't really know how to take care of aspects of her, like her hair and stuff. But she's also trying to like fit in and move along. And I think the way Jacqueline Woodson tells her story is simple enough to give it to a younger middle grade child. But it's also told in a way that the kid who has never experienced any of that, it's the whole sliding glass door thing. Mm-hmm. Where a child in the community where I work that would never have dealt with that can read this and be like, oh, that's what that girl's going through.
It certainly is like a great introduction to immigration issues and societal issues. It's certainly an introduction. However, it does describe what kids in our classrooms are going through. I mean, you go to not even inner city, but some of the suburbs, right. Even. You go into their schools, and, like, this is what you're seeing. Like, these home lives, these backgrounds, these kind of struggles, it's very real. And I think it's written in a way that a kid's going to want to read it. I remember when I was in middle school, and I actually went to a conference, and I can't remember the little girl's name. They just showed a video of the little girl. I think she was in Maryland. And she was a little African-American girl, so cute. And she said that every book they made her read in school was about a white boy with his dog. And so she wanted to find books that were about her. And that's what I kept thinking, like, when I was reading this. I wish I could remember the little girl's name, because you should Google her. She's so awesome. And she found all these books. Though. It is. And she's like Red Fern Groves. And then she's like Shiloh, and Shiloh too. And she's so cute. If I can remember her name. You can find her on YouTube, and I think I actually might have donated to her cause, because I was like, I love you. But I just kept thinking, like, this is a book that should be in a classroom. Because this book it's well written. It's not talking down to kids. It teaches them about the immigration issue. It teaches about this boy whose dad was walking home from school one day, and he gets grabbed by INS, and about how that ripple affects the family. Well, and it even talks about the police brutality issues and Black Lives Matter movement in a way that kids can understand and connect to. But I also think that this is a book that can grow with the kids. Like, I think she can make these 6 either grow up, or she can kind of keep reusing the story to make it, like, she can cross this story into teen, and it would work.
Well, and it's well written, and it's entertaining, and it's engaging, and it's not talking down to them, which I like that. Which, that's Jacqueline Woodson. I mean, the woman can write.
Right.
Do we have anything else to say?
No,
like I said,
ready.
It's just a well-written book about social issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, the rating scale. It goes from 5 unicorns down to 2 unicorns. If we didn't like it, it is a horse and doesn't get a horn. So, where are you?
I'm at a 4. It was a well-written book that I could see giving a kid.
I'm at a 4, too. I feel like we're going to see this on summer reading lists.
I think so, yeah.
And city.
I would be shocked if it doesn't end up on a Coretta Scott King list, and I would not
or
be...
even Newbery.
I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up on Newbery. Okay, so that's where we are in Harbor
All right.
Me.
So, see ya.
Bye.